Hello, and happy Phantasia Friday. Is that a thing? I don't know. But this is a Phantasia Press unboxing, and this is getting uploaded on Friday, so I guess for this week, it's Phantasia Friday. I've unboxed many Phantasia Press titles in the past. Alex Berman's press did a very impressive job back in the 80s. I guess this one's technically the 70s. You know, 70s and 80s, with all the titles he's published. And this, my friends, is the Ringworld Engineers. One of the missing pieces from my Phantasia collection. I'm never going to have all of Phantasia books. That's just never going to happen. So, you know, it's not going to be a complete Phantasia collection. Neuromancer and Firestarter are never going to happen. And I thought this was on the never going to happen too, because this one, Ringworld Engineers, is a rare one. It's usually going for hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, which for a numbered copy like this. I believe it did have a trade edition as well. Was this one that was trade and limited? We'll find out in the back in a second. But I got an incredibly good deal on this one. It was like, oh, I need to take that deal. So this one is a little bit smaller in trim size, which kind of matches some of the other early titles, which were smaller in trim size. So it's, you know, it's tiny. It's the size of my hand there. They did get bigger with their trim sizes as their titles went on. This is probably, I think, like the 4th or 5th title Phantasia ever published. It should have, yep, there we go. First and foremost, we have Paul Lehr's artwork. Sorry, Paul. There we go, gracing the cover of the Ringworld Engineers. And then, of course, we have LN for Larry Niven, kind of blind stamped into the cover there. You can tell the cover material is the same material that matches the slipcase, which is to be expected with these Phantasia titles. I'm kind of surprised because most of the initials have foil stamping on them, like these ones, like the spine here. So I don't know if this, one didn't have foil stamping, or if maybe it did, and you know, over the course of 45 years, it just wore off and became what it is. So this was the sequel to Ringworld that Larry Niven wrote, almost a decade after. I feel like Ringworld was 1970, this was 1979. There's a frontispiece there at Paul Lehr as well. Niven had never expected to, or never anticipated writing a sequel to Ringworld. But fun story, he felt that he needed to write a sequel after a bunch of his fans pointed out some engineering structural flaws with Ringworld from the first novel. So much so that when he decided he was going to write a sequel, he said, you know what, I'm going to fix those flaws, I'm going to prove you wrong. So he did, and he wrote a sequel here. I have not read the sequel. I've read Ringworld many years ago. It was when I was going on a hard sci-fi kick. Went through Ringworld and Rendezvous with Rama around the same time. Both of them deal with alien structures, which, well, in Ringworld, it's ring-shaped. In Rama, it's cylindrical-shaped. Dealing with various alien structures that are investigated by some scientists. A couple humans in Ringworld, a whole astrophysics team in Rendezvous with Rama. Rama is, of course, not Niven. That is Clark? Clark did Rama, right? Arthur C. Clarke? That wasn't Asimov. That was Clark. Yes, that was Clark. There it is. Number 419 out of 500, signed by Larry Niven. So maybe there wasn't a trade edition. Maybe it was just the signed edition here from Phantasia Press. We also have this little insert in the back here, which is a map. Yeah, a map which apparently has been clipped. We got a little missing a corner there, covering some of Ringworld. So yeah, you know, mysterious rings are no stranger to science fiction, but they kind of first appeared within Larry Niven's Ringworld. Then obviously, you know, they kind of took some inspiration from that for Halo, the Halo video game series, which, I mean, everyone knows Halo, right? First Halo is a classic. But yeah, Ringworld Engineers. I'm very excited to add this to the collection because it is one that I did not expect to ever own. So when the opportunity arose, I was so glad I was able to get the opportunity here. Like I said, it will never be a complete collection. because Neuromancer and Firestarter are just never going to happen. I'm not spending several thousands of dollars on those, to be expected. I did get 2 years ago at this point a whole slew of dust jackets from Alex Berman at Phantasia Press, and I can't recall if the Ringworld Engineers was among them. I feel like it was, so I might go in there and actually see if I can replace the dust jacket for this, because this is, a little worn over the years, to be expected. Phantasia Press did publish, a good number of titles over the course of the decade in publishing, but they stopped just short of 50. They were so close. But then he retired for a couple decades, then came back with Diana Petroff back into the fray, and they published Title 50, which was Mickey 7, which I did do an unboxing of that, so please check out that unboxing of Mickey 7. And they have announced their next title. They said they're working on titles, plural, but they've only announced the next one. The next one is Sundiver by David Brin, which I'm very excited about because it actually completes a 40-year journey that Phantasia has had. They published the Uplift War and... oh man, what was the other one? Is Sundiver the second title? Maybe Sundiver is the second title. They published titles 2 and 3 of the Uplift trilogy by David Brin. Title 1 had been previously published, and they are now doing Title 1 for the Uplift trilogy, which is really cool, because then you can get the full trilogy. Of course, you have to find the second and third titles in the secondary market, because Phantasia Press has sold out of them for, decades. Actually, that might not be true. They have various titles on their website, and they might still have some of the David Brin titles. I should have checked that out before recording this video. But check out Phantasia's website, link in the description below. You can actually still buy signed copies. And these are brand new copies of books that were published 40-odd years ago. And you can have them delivered directly to your door. They also have a couple signed dust jackets, including they have Neuromancer dust jackets. They have... I feel like they're out of Firestarter ones. I feel like the Wayland Firestarters have sold out, but I could be mistaken there. Barclay Shaw has a couple dust jackets that they've done, which is not Robots in Empire. That was not Barclay Shaw, but the other Asimov title was Barclay Shaw. And then, of course, Neuromancer. Bunch of stuff on their website for you to check out. Plenty of other Phantasia unboxings on my channel, as well as unboxings from everybody else that I buy books from. So plenty of content there if you wanted to subscribe. So seriously, check out Phantasia Press. They do a kick-ass job. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you around next time.